Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye, now I look the other way. What else could I do? I just stood at the doorway, knew I'd rather be drunk with you. I'd rather be drunk.
Hey Internet, Dracofunk here, and I'm back with Season 3, Episode 2 of my Reusable Space Program and Kerbal Space Program. And first, I want to apologize. I launched a new mining ship to Minmus and flew it there, and I lost all the footage. I have all the video, but it is completely black the entire time. I'm not exactly sure what happened because the footage I took before it worked, the footage I took after it worked, but that one file, it just recorded nothing but darkness. But the mining ship launched okay. It made it to Minmus, docked with the station, and now it's doing its first mining mission. So I took it down to about 14 kilometers orbit to find a flat space on Minmus, and landing on Minmus is a little bit, it's not hard in the normal sense. It's hard in you kind of have to like almost fly down to land. So this landing actually took a lot longer than it normally would. But it's not hard to land on Minmus. Just like it's really not that hard to land on Ike or Gilly either. The Mun is a little challenging, but it's once you've done it a couple times, you kind of get the hang of it. But here I am, I'm coming down to the surface, and I have to keep actually turning the engine off just so I don't take off. But anyway, we've landed, and we have, I don't know why that one solar panel isn't working. I checked the action groups, it seems to be, but it seems to be working. If you have epilepsy, you should probably not watch right now. Yeah, meant to cut this part out. I would have if I had saved all the footage of launching and flying to Minmus. Again, the one solar panel doesn't want to retract on its own. So we are now full. I'm not collecting all the oxidizer because we will have the same issue on the Minmus station of getting too much oxidizer. Using the built-in Kerbal alarm clock to help letting SAS do some of the legwork. And the big goal I'm doing on these first two episodes is to kind of get the infrastructure back to where I'd like it to be. All the mining ships need to be mining. All the stations, get them filled up. the reason that Minmus was kind of important was I think all the space truck fuel should come from Minmus. It's a little bit more efficient. You can get a little bit more fuel off of Minmus than you can the Mun. And I think I'm going to park the space truck with the fuel tanks in orbit of Minmus and have the mining ship just directly rendezvous with it instead of the Minmus station, just because that would make more sense than probably put the space truck in like a 50-kilometer orbit. I think I'm going to bring 3 of the big fuel tanks. The other thing that you missed from the lost footage is I reoriented the fuel tanks. And by doing that, I was able to extend all the solar panels. The footage, I'm really sad I lost all that footage because it was kind of funny the way I had to try and get everything from on the station reoriented, but I did manage to accomplish it. And they were kind of crooked anyways, but I think it looks better this way, and it just makes more sense. Now all the docking ports make sense. Really, the space bus should be up here on the other one, on the other docking port right there. And of course, the docking port at the end of the fuel tank truss is missing because it was damaged during the accident. But that's okay. There are still plenty of docking ports. We can always dock to the end of some of those fuel tanks too, if need be. But in reality, this is about the most that will ever be on the Minmus station. And now that everything is transferred there, it's time to go and check on Duna. So here we are at the Ike station, and I checked the fuel tank is already, or fuel tanker is already full and ready to deliver some fuel to Discovery Station in orbit of Duna. So I don't even have to do an extra mining mission. So So I got my periapsis at 200 kilometers. I don't remember, can I do this in one orbit? can. Duna's a little bit easier. And just do a quick rendezvous with the station. I like this tanker design better a little bit. It's very similar to the space trucks. And when you get down to it, it really is one of the space trucks. The only difference is it has space to carry 4 Kerbals, 4 additional Kerbals. And instead of just one big docking port, it has 3 on the back. And I could put another fuel tank in that middle section. I think I'm going to go ahead and launch another one of these to Eve. They're really good for towing as well. It has space for oxidizer on some of the internal tanks, but probably won't launch any. It is just a little bit awkward docking, since the docking port isn't directly in the center, but it's nothing really too difficult if you dock using a little bit of visuals and the nav ball. Just trying to get everything set up, looking really close on that nav ball. Just a little bit of fine adjustments. And there we go. And now really speed the footage up here. All the fuel transfers. I thought I could get everything at the end with just the internal fuel, but in the end I wasn't quite able to. A little bit of adjustment on the truss to fix the solar panels and heat radiators. Yeah, I don't know. All my ships are misnamed. It probably had names. Ooh, I'm gonna crash. Let's fix that real fast. Not even really rating for the maneuver, just kind of getting pointed in the direction. And I probably didn't need the transfer that extra fuel over. I just like having at least those 4 tanks full. So, next episode, I'm going to launch my plan is to launch the truck stop into orbit and the other 6 space trucks and get the station constructed in Kerbin orbit. And let's see. The only thing left is to rendezvous with the Ike station. And the mining ship there still has fuel on it, and see how close to full we can get the tanker for another. Oh, cool. Except I'm on the wrong side of the station. That's not really a big deal. I'm on the wrong side of the station, facing the wrong direction now. There's where I want to go. I'm going to have to fix the solar panels here. Well, they're not too bad. I like the idea of the unfolding solar panels on the truss, so it can all be just one unit, but maybe it needs to be something solid, because it is kind of annoying to have to adjust it all the time. Same thing, use the nav ball. And the mining ship has a lot of fuel still on it. Let's make sure everything is see if I can get this fuel tanker already filled up. This is kind of the same thing as Minmus. Is Ike is really easy to land and take off on, so it's really efficient, and we end up with bringing back a lot more fuel than we do from the Mun. I think with all the fuel from the station as well as the mining ship, the tanker is full again. And, you know, that's okay. Next episode, we start the big mission of the space trucks. And once we get all that going, we'll have to do some more mining, bring fuel up from Minmus, and just get everything put together. So that's what we'll do next week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.